WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Cash Matlock. Tupelo police officers and the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation are looking into an early morning officer-involved shooting. The department says the shooting happened around 1 a.m. this morning on the Tupelo Children's Mansion property. TPD officers say it all started with a vehicle pursuit out of Union County. The driver made his way into Tupelo and left his vehicle at the intersection of Hillsdale and East Main Street. Officers located the male suspect on the Children's Mansion property, and the officer-involved shooting took place. The suspect was transported to NMMC for treatment. No TPD officers or citizens were physically injured. A firearm was recovered at the scene. Children's Mansion Director Stephen Judd says staff members and all 90 of the children on campus were safe during the incident. MBI is leading that investigation. A Eupora Wellness Center clerk is shaken up after being robbed and abducted. Officers with the Eupora Police Department say this man walked into the center just before 8 o'clock Friday night, wielding a screwdriver and demanding money. Police say the suspect is a 150-pound African-American male with a dark color hood and blue rag covering parts of his face. The suspect allegedly took $40 from the clerk and then demanded that the clerk take him to the Regions Bank down the road to collect more funds. He then allegedly forced the clerk to take out an additional $200 from the ATM. After getting the cash, the suspect ran away. Officers are reviewing security footage. If you have any information regarding the robbery, please call Eupora Police Department at 662-258-4121. Concerned citizens gathered in Tupelo this afternoon to take a stance against gun violence. WCBI's Chad Groening was there, and he has more.
What your purpose is for our lives, God. God, let them know what it is.
The event was sponsored by Helping Communities Heal. Many of those in attendance at Tupelo's Gumtree Park have suffered personally at the hands of gun violence.
It's just to bring awareness to gun violence and let the communities know that we're here for them, and let other people know that we're here for them, because we need these children to know that gun violence is not the answer and that they are our future, and we really need them.
We started this organization because my son was killed back in May of last year, and I'm trying to help other parents that's going through what I'm going through and to stop other parents from going through what we're going through. We may not stop it, but if we can save one person's life out of this organization, that's what we're aiming for.
Teresa Panel lost her brother to gun violence 2 years ago in Tupelo.
It's not good or bad to have a gun, but there's a lot of responsibility in that, in handling guns. If you do not have that training to handle a gun, then you don't need that gun.
And participants recognize there is a spiritual aspect to overcoming gun violence.
God is a main source, because if you have God in you, then when that spirit comes in, you'll have a different outlook on better decision on what you're going to do with that gun. God got to be in the midst. In order for everybody to come together, it got to be God in there somewhere.
We want them to know that it's just not about the church, but it's about the community. And community is not about the neighborhood, but it's us all coming together to come up with some type of resolution for the gun violence.
Chad Groening, WCBI News, Tupelo.
Helping Communities Heal plans to hold their next event on May 16th at 1 p.m. at Veterans Park in Tupelo.
We have a beautiful sunset out there as we look to the west from Columbus. The best sunset on February 29th in 4 years. How about that? Nice and dry today. Really a beautiful day for us here on this last day of February, leap year. And 56 right now in Columbus, 60 still off to the west. We will be warming up tomorrow as well, back into the mid to upper 60s. Tonight, though, mostly clear, with temperatures dropping down, generally low 40s, perhaps a few spots in the upper 30s. As we look ahead, it is warm and windy on Sunday. Rain arrives by Sunday night into Monday, and then we're dealing with rain and thunderstorms Monday through Wednesday before the sunshine returns in time for next weekend. We'll talk all about that and much more later on in the show.
If you've received an email from Columbus Mayor Robert Smith asking for money, it's not real. Public Information Officer Joe Dillon says a fake email allegedly signed by Mayor Robert Smith has been circulating. In the email, the person pretending to be the mayor is asking for residents to buy Google gift cards and send the card number to a third party. Dillon says the wording on the email makes the reader think it's urgent. He says it's compelling and easy to believe that you are helping someone, but readers are being scammed. The mayor's office says if you've received one of these messages, it's best to just delete the email or text without replying. Fort County gives an update on its planning to possibly add internet services to people in rural areas. The electric company provides power to 9 counties here in North Mississippi. Last year, the state legislature signed into law allowing electric co-ops in the Magnolia State to provide internet services at their choice. It's no secret that as time goes on and technology changes, there's quite the demand in internet needs. It's a costly project, though. Fort County is collecting data and studying its service area to see if it's really what their customers want.
Fort County is cognizant enough to know that the electronic needs in the future are going to exponentially be more. Like I may have 8 devices in my house, tablets, security cameras, smart TVs. It's going to exponentially get worse in terms of the need that people have out there. And you know, the medical needs from the home, education from the home, I hear a lot of people saying they want that, they need that. When people call, it's a culmination between need and want, right? And that's based on the individual where it's a need or want.
If Fort County were to provide rural broadband to its entire service area, it's a project that estimates right now show to be anywhere from $110 million to $140 million. General Manager Brian Clark says nothing is off the table at this point, and they're looking at collaborations and also federal grants that could be awarded to help pay for the project. The WCBI Severe Weather Preparedness Tour made a stop in Tupelo today. Our own Trevor Burchett and Vanessa Alonzo were at Academy Sports and Outdoors to program weather radios to help viewers get ready for the severe weather season. There are so many ways in which you can receive watches and warnings in this information age, but weather radios are still a very reliable source.
Weather radio really is a great thing to have because it's going to wake you up in the middle of the night.
Oh, yes.
You know, a TV won't wake you up. A mobile app probably won't wake you up, but that weather radio going off is definitely going to wake you up.
And this is a common thing that people think the tornado sirens outdoors are for people who live inside, and that's not true. The tornado sirens are more programmed for those who are outside during a tornado warning to let people know, hey, you need to get inside and take shelters. During this time of the year, we get a lot of nocturnal storms, which storms that happen at night, and usually at night you're asleep. These weather radios will wake you up from a dead sleep. It's happened to me personally. I'm sure it's happened to you in the past. So that's why it's very important that you have these weather radios programmed so you can just hear that alert and it instantly will wake you up. They want to give the station.
Meteorologists recommend that you change the batteries in your weather alert radios at the same time you change the batteries in your smoke detectors. It happens every day. A driver has too much to drink, gets behind the wheel, and often causes an accident, injuring or killing others on the road. But recent studies show that fewer Mississippi drivers are drinking and driving. WCBI's Tyler Hull spoke with a state trooper.
State Trooper Sergeant Derek Beckham has seen his share of accidents. That's why he says the Mississippi Highway Patrol puts safety first.
We continue to work hard every day. People inside this organization understand that we're short-handed, but still we're going to take care of enforcement, trying to maintain the safety on the highways for our public.
Their efforts are paying off. A study published on QuoteWizard.com shows Mississippi ranks 4 in the largest decrease of lives lost to DUIs by a stunning 50.99%. Beckham says that they work hard to keep improving these numbers, and knowing their efforts are paying off is very fulfilling.
Well, it's a great reward because that's what we want to do. Our importance is the safety of our citizens. So to see the numbers, drop for us, it's a pat on the back within itself. And also have to commend the public on doing things different and making better choices as well.
The job is not done yet. Beckham says that they still will continue to work to educate drivers and prevent deadly accidents. He hopes to have even fewer DUI crashes.
Well, we're going to continue to patrol. I mean, again, even though we may be short-handed, that's not going to stop our efforts. If we have to work those extra hours or extra details to assure the safety of the citizens of this state, then that's what we'll do.
Tyler Hull, WCBI News.
Beckham says continued education encourages people to have a designated driver or take an Uber or taxi instead of driving. After the break, some of the most overworked and underpaid people in our area finally get the appreciation they deserve. More on that coming up next. Stay with us.
You're watching WCBI News at 6 p.m. with Cash Matlock.
Welcome back, everyone. Being a parent is hard. Being a single parent can be even harder. Single parents in our area are getting a much-needed break. Our Savannah Gato joins us live in the studio with more on the story.
That's right, Cash. Sometimes it's the little things that mean so much. That's why Mount Vermont Church hosted Single Parent Saturday, giving moms and dads a break and a boost.
Todd Stevens is the current pastor at Mount Vernon Church in Columbus, and he's no stranger to helping out around the community. But over the years, he's noticed a specific need among a certain demographic, single parents.
Well, I'm hoping that this will allow us to meet people right where they are and show them God's love in a practical way with no strings attached, and give them the opportunity then to take the next step, whatever that might be, from wherever they are.
Members of the church volunteered. They cleaned cars inside and out and used that opportunity to talk and mingle. While the parents took a few minutes for themselves, their kids spent the time playing on the inflatables and hanging out with friends.
I actually did not expect them to actually clean my van entirely, which they're doing right now. But they did that. I mean, it's been really organized and really well done. So I'm impressed.
Stevens did a lot of research beforehand and found something interesting.
So we did a demographic study of the area and found that Columbus has way more single parents than the national norm. So we came up with Single Parent Saturday.
This is the first Single Parent Saturday, but Stevens says it won't be the last.
We're just always looking for opportunities to show God's love in a practical way with no strings attached. So this seemed like a no-brainer, and we've been thrilled with the response from the community.
Dozens of parents took full advantage of today's event.
After a beautiful day today, tonight we will have a mostly clear sky. Some clouds may move on in, but dry and chilly. Rain, though, returns. I'll tell you the details on that right after this.
With meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
Very nice today out there. We had some temperatures climbing into the low, even middle 60s in spots. Lots of sunshine. We need about 1 billion more days like that, don't we? Right now, temperatures are cooling off into the upper 50s and lower 60s around the region. We continue to have a clear sky, and that should be the case for most of the night, although some clouds are sneaking on in. Dropping down to 56 at the latest observation at 6 o'clock in Columbus, 63 still in Louisville in Winston County, 61 in Eupora, Bruce at 59. Clouds are starting to move on in from the south and west. That will fill in here. We continue to think mostly clear tonight, but some higher thin clouds will very well be there. Very much a quiet night, though, for us. Dropping down into the low 40s, some upper 30s as well into the region. 42 in Aberdeen, 38 in Vernon, 41 in Louisville, and in Kosciuszko, Eupora at 42 tonight. Tomorrow, the most sunny part of the day will be in the morning hours here, but we still may have some clouds out there. The later we go into the day, the thicker the clouds will get, and by tomorrow night, then we may see some showers after sunset in areas along I-55. Most of us, though, I think are waiting until midnight, if not a little later. Breezy, too. South winds 5 to 15 miles an hour. Gust as high as 25. Although a beautiful day here, really. Mid to upper 60s out there. 68 in Columbus, 69 in Macomb. Winona getting up to 68. Some spots may get to 70 in some isolated areas. Just beautiful all around. 68 in Pontotoc. Tupelo at 69. 68 in Boonville, West Alabama. Vernon getting up to 68. 67 in Solagent. As we look at futurecast here, notice some clouds filling on in tonight. No problems from that. No rain coming. And Sunday, then a mix of sun and clouds through the day. By Sunday night, then a few showers may sneak on into the region, but overnight Sunday into Monday morning, these showers and storms fill on in, and we'll see batches of showers and storms at any point from Sunday night all the way through Wednesday, as these batches could have some heavy rain with them, unfortunately. Not something we're looking forward to here. Still a little uncertainty with how things play out, but the big story, the big idea is that a system will build to our west, and that will be responsible here for bringing in some of these areas of rain and thunderstorms as we move forth. There is a level 1 risk to our north and west on Monday for some stronger storms. Probably will be a hail event for that. And then a level 2 risk remains on Tuesday, generally south of US 82 and west of the Mississippi state line. All in all, the big picture supports this low pressure coming on through. The good news is for us overall, the severe threat looks like it's a little further south now. The track of the low sliding to the south The bad news is that may bring that heaviest axis of rain over our area, and that may very well mean we see some areas with 2 to 5 inches still as we're advertising with locally higher amounts through next Friday. We'll keep you updated here. There will be some changes as we go through the next couple of days as data continues to sort itself out. Just not looking all that great, though, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Good news, we get some sunshine back by Thursday.
With March on the horizon, teams still fighting for a chance to play in the postseason. Courtney has highlights from college basketball when we come back.
WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
With March on the horizon, Ole Miss's chances of a postseason appearance in the NCAA tournament are currently non-existent. However, the Rebels still have a chance to make a splash next month in the SEC tournament, and a win against Vanderbilt this afternoon will ultimately affect seeding next week. So let's get to Oxford for all of the action from the afternoon. One of 2 remaining home games for the Rebels. First half, 16 and change to go. Guard Devontae Schuler out on the wing. Money. Rebels commanding early, up 13-1. Under 14 to go, Doors on offense. The kick out to guard Scottie Pippen Jr. You know the name. Off the bounce. Caps off a 9-0 run for the Doors. Up 13-10, Ole Miss. 11 to go. Ole Miss down 2. Schuler out in transition. Pops up for the mid-range J. Rebels knotted up at 17. Under 7 remaining in the half. Forward Hadim C fights his way inside, dumps it off to forward KJ Buffin for the slam. Ole Miss pulls ahead 28-22 late in the first. Guard Brian Tyree from downtown. Splash. The Rebels leading 43-27 at halftime. Coming out of the break, Buffin with the crossover step. Off the glass, the Rebels in the lead 54-34. 5 minutes remaining. The kick out to Schuler. Pulls up, nothing but nylon. The Rebels pick up SEC win number 5, 86-60, the final against Vanderbilt, with 5 players scoring in double figures. Ole Miss head coach Kermit Davis calling the game the Rebels' most complete offensive performance this season.
Just the way the ball moved, you know, and Brian only played 30 minutes, which I think is a good thing. And those other guys, you know, these guys got off to a great start, and we put our 3 guys off the bench, and it didn't go so well for about a minute and a half. We've had breakdowns. All of a sudden, the game's tied, and they're up. But then when we put them back in the game, they really played good, you know, and Sammy played a lot better. These are not the guys in double figures, but Sammy played better, Austin, and but just the ball movement, the ball shared, and we had a couple of really, really good possessions in the second half.
Meanwhile, in Columbia, Missouri, Mississippi State fighting for the Bulldogs' March Madness chances, taking on the Tigers. Second half, Dogs leading by 6. Tigers guard Xavier Pinson from the top of the key. Bottoms makes it a 3-point ball game. MSU up 43-40. Under 14 to go, guard Robert Woodard in the paint. Fights for 2 off the glass. Stayed up 47-40. Midway through the second half we go. The feed to guard Reggie Perry. The easy floater, Bulldogs leading 51-40, the largest lead for State all game. And fast forward 2 minutes, things change. Mitchell Smith with no mercy, and the dunk caps off a 9-0 Tiger run. MSU still in the lead, 51-49. 8 and change to go. Guard Tyson Carter can't get the floater, but Perry there for the tip-in. State back on top, 55-53. And under 5 remaining, guard Nick Weatherspoon pulling up from deep. Buckets. Bulldogs take control, up 62-55. And 50 seconds remaining. Carter with the ball, floats it in right to the rim. State picks up a much-needed quad 2 victory, 67-63. The final against Missouri. The Bulldogs head to South Carolina for another potential bubble buster coming up on Tuesday. In case you missed it, Mississippi State baseball is out west playing Long Beach State in the Dogs' first weekend series away from Starkville. Not a great start for the Diamond Dogs in the late game Friday night. MSU falls 0-4 to Long Beach State in Game 1. Pitcher Carlisle Kessler allowing 6 hits, 4 errors, only 2 strikeouts in his 6 innings on the mound. Just not what we've seen from him earlier in the season. Game 2 between State and Long Beach currently going on. I'll have that final for you coming up tonight on WCBI Sports at 10. We'll have more for you when we come back. Stay with us.
Justin Timberlake is weighing in on the best Girl Scout cookie debate. The singer posted 2 videos on the subject to his Instagram account. He captioned them, quote, "Food for thought, double tap for double Samoas, comment for Thin Mints," end quote. In one video, Timberlake bites into a Samoa and says, "This is one for the Girl Scouts of America. We support you. Oh, do we support you?" And based on that, it seems safe to assume that Timberlake is Team Samoas. I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of leaning towards Team Thin Mint.
I'm questioning what camera this video was taken on because it looks like it's from 2002 when Justin Timberlake kind of hit his peak. But
oh,
you know,
you think JT would have better video quality? That's all I'm saying. But Samoa's for the win.
You know what he said for so that box of Samoas? Bye, bye, bye.
Oh, my
Oh
God.
man.
Ate them.
I had to go
Oh
home.
man, no.
We got more sunshine tomorrow. Rain comes by Monday, Tuesday.
Turn your TV
Thank
off.
you guys for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.